Basically, everybody knows what airdrop and stuff is, but most people don't really use it. But I'm a frequent airdropper, and this is a story time about how I used airdrop to get somebody expelled from my school. I airdropped a video of another student getting cracked to the teacher. Now, before I really get into the story time, I gotta get out some backstory. This happened in 9th grade when my school first came back from lockdown. Now, we weren't fully back into school yet. It would fluctuate, so like Monday through Tuesday, one group of kids would come in, then the other group of kids would be online. And there was this one specific kid, we gonna call this nigga Edward. And Edward just got on my nerves through all the quarantine. During school, he was a good kid. He didn't talk to nobody. Very quiet guy I used to be on the game with. But once quarantine started, bro, a flip switched in his nigga brain. He started acting out of character, calling people out their name, throw a little racism in there. I was genuinely infuriated because you really decided to get on this time and nobody could find you and put hands on you. I've been threatening this guy for the longest time over the game, but then we finally get back into school. Now look, a lot of y'all know about the Google Meet series I had. If you're fully in tune with the lore, you know during this time I was technically grounded till I was 18, and I was already on thin ice with the school. So if I did anything to this guy, bro, I was getting packed up by the school and by my parents. So I had to come up with a plan to get this guy off the map without incriminating myself. It just so happened during this time exposed pages were running rampant, and word around the school was this Edward character actually was running one of these exposed pages. Now if your school didn't have an exposed page, it's videos of people getting cracked on there. It's random explicit photos of human beings. It's all types of shit on these pages. Now you gotta understand, during this time, I'm fresh off of John Langford. I'm fresh off of Google Meet. So when it comes to being the evil genius, I am in my bag at this point. So this all takes place in my 7th period English class. I had to choose a class that Edward was in. I had to choose a class that my friend was in, and obviously I was in. Now that we have all that established, we can move on. You see this little settings bar right here? This is where we about to travel to. So everybody that has an iPhone has a name attached to it. Obviously, I'm not gonna leak my name, but the name that is attached to your iPhone is what's going to show up if you try to airdrop somebody. And in the settings, you can also change the name and last name of your phone. So any name you want will show up when you airdrop. But I wanted to ensure maximum safety. I didn't just change the first and last name of the account. I created an entire separate Apple ID under Edward's name. So now that all the preparation has been done, Operation Takedown Edward is a go. So now let's fast forward to when we actually get to the class. So in this class, we're not allowed to use our phones, of course. But Edward is a frequent phone user. Not all the time, but at certain periods of the class, he'll be on his phone. So me and my friend get into a phone call. I have my phone muted, and he has his phone volume turned all the way down. So in the middle of class, I tell my teacher, can I go to the bathroom? Of course, she says yes. Why would she deny me to go to the bathroom? So before we even got into the class, I told my friend, as soon as you see him on his phone, clear your throat. That's my signal to go and airdrop. So obviously, I'm not actually going to the bathroom. I'm waiting right outside the classroom where I could be within that teacher's radius. Now look, not everybody even has airdrop on, but this was a plan that has been in action. Of course, I confirmed that this teacher had airdrop. But as soon as I hear that throat get cleared, I airdrop a video of one of the students in the class getting cracked that was posted on one of the school leaked pages. Now we got 3 minutes, so I gotta hit y'all with this part 2. Don't worry, it will be posted.